Hey guys, today we're taking a look at Eagle Island. It's a Kickstarter project for looks like to be an indie game. It's already reached 7,600 bucks at its nearing towards the 25 grand for their goal. Still a ways to go, but we just wanted to take some time to talk about this title, some ideas that maybe we'd want to see in this game or some issues we may see with it just based on the information that they provided on their page. I got Sean here with me, and Sean, let's take a look first at this Eagle Island in 30 seconds breakdown. I'll just read it so everyone gets a summary of what this game's about, which is explore Eagle Island with your local owl, Koji, and rescue his brother from the clutches of a monstrous eagle,
Amora.
Armara. It's a game for Windows, Mac, Linux. 2D platformer with Metroidvania influences, 9 beautiful environments, power-ups. Means that's a big thing. Magical feathers transform your owl into elemental forms, and it's planned for a release in mid 2018. So Sean, I must ask you first. What are your initial thoughts on this game just by looking at the page?
Well, Max, thank you for asking. You see, you can launch your owl in any direction, almost any direction. As you scroll down, you learn that you can launch attacks in 8 directions. In fact, 8. Not 4, not 6, 8 directions. If you hit an enemy, you can throw your owl immediately again.
Sean, computer talking. Which one is it?
What?
Is that Microsoft Sam or is that you, Sean? Sean, should I call the cops?
Yeah, so a big thing in this game is using your owl, whose name is Koji, as your weapon. It's your only weapon in this game. You can aim in 8 different directions. If you hit an enemy, you can throw him immediately again. If you miss, there's a brief timer. Now this page says the owl, or you will be briefly defenseless, and you have to, kind of evade enemies if your owl gets captured or attacked. Now a demo was provided to us, and we'll get to that as well. That the whole capturing business is not something that's in the demo, but it sounds like an interesting mechanic that can definitely be used with this interesting weapon mechanic happening here.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest selling point for this game, especially, you apply that idea to the 2D old school style, and it seems like based on the page, they're really emphasizing that they're going to have all these different environments, and I think that'll 9 beautiful environments to explore. So I think that will be a big part, and they really have to come through with some diverse levels and not just the paint job and how it looks, but also how it plays.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, hopefully that mechanic works really well, because that seems like sort of the big selling point for this game.
So yeah, it's procedurally generated, as I found out from dying. Now, first thing to note is if you hold down the attack button, it doesn't charge or anything. It's the same distance. After you throw it and miss, he has to recharge a bit, and he makes a sound once he's recharged. It's a nice noticeable sound.
Yeah.
So it's obvious and it's crisp. Now if you hold it, it doesn't charge, it just allows you to aim it, and then it automatically throws itself after a short amount of time. And you can whack the owl against the ground, which is kind of funny. I can hold... See, on an Xbox controller, it's B. I'm on a PS4 controller, but and then it stops time, and you can choose an element, or you can use the bumpers to actively switch, except it won't let you because we don't have any of the blue gems. So if we continue on, if you notice this doorway on the bottom, it has a leaf that lets you know what environment you're getting into. See, I just got a 3 combo off.
Really good sound effects from that.
Yeah, it's satisfying.
Satisfying. Very, very satisfying. I just said that.
Yes, you did. I'm sorry I stole your words.
Sorry. So is all the coins, there's going to be shops in this game, or I can't remember.
You'll see here soon, I think. We got... Aha! Die, plant. See, nice, satisfying. You can grab onto ledges, so you can jump or you can fall down. And see, we got that bird. So some chests, you just open. You can just get gold from those. The chests with the birds on them, you have to buy, and they gradually go up in price. And when you buy it, you get a perk, and it's random. So your owl drops a healing tier when your health is low. It doesn't it doesn't tell you, but this is a one-use item, which I'm fine with because it's handy if you're getting. I think you can get hit 3 times, I believe. So if you get hit twice, your little owl buddy will heal you so you don't die. You see, I've been defeating enemies in quick succession because of the mechanic that if you hit an enemy, there's no recovery for the owl. And because of that, I can switch to the elements. If you use one, it uses a blue gem. Dude.
It's kind of like your mana.
Basically, it is basically your mana. Now these give you like 2 mana and 2 heart pieces if you find one. It kind of looks like a checkpoint, but if you die, it generates a new area. So maybe it has its use in the full game, but right now it's just to give you more health kind of deal. It's actually kind of nice. Oh, and you can.
So
throw
there's no way
diagonal.
you can't attack people without the owl, right?
Right. So your owl is your only weapon. Ooh, see, this will be a good time to see those birds up there. They only start circling when you get close. So now he starts circling. Now this is a good time to demonstrate the fire one. Got all 3 of them with that because it's like a burst. It's an explosion. You know, see the it being procedurally generated, I was able to fall down here, and there's enough space between you and the enemy, so the enemy can't get a cheap shot off of you. So that's good of the level design that was generated. Got 2 of them there and 2 more. And I get more gems for hitting multiple enemies with that. So it encourages you to use these elements with your attack. Oh, I got a second one of these. To get more combos off. So basically, the game encourages you to get more combos off in order to... Well, helps you get more combos off with these elements in order to get more combos off. It's all about combos.
A very delicious snack, but it is also relevant in this game, and I agree, Sean. A question I had was, I wonder if the mana, the gems bar, if that you can expand your capacity for that.
Oh, almost got a triple there. No, you can't.
Baby, a triple. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess just depending on how the game's laid out, it could make sense down the road.
Yeah. It's hard to tell because there's only one area. We get a glimpse of another area, but for the most part, this is the main area we get in this demo. Boom! See, that's satisfying.
Verticality to the combat. Yeah, you have to like aim your attacks in a way that it reminds me a lot of in Terraria when you use a boomerang or any like ranged attack. You sort of jump into the air and you try and get the right angle.
I have not
Limited
played
to
that
just
game,
a range.
honestly.
Need to. It's amazing.
So in the upper left, you see the combo thing. So I kill him. There's a little wheel that clocks down. You have to kill a second enemy before that clocks all the way down. So 1, 2. Now it says ×2. That's a ×2 combo.
Oh.
And see, this is one of the weird things. The procedurally generated stuff. Now,
That's kind of, it sort of messes with, because this game's like, when you're trying to be linear and then you're also doing randomly generated stuff, those things don't like always work hand in hand.
yeah. That's something I wanted to talk about. Like, the good thing about procedurally generated is it arguably, oops, there we go, adds some replayability. But if you make your own levels, you get to design the levels specifically to tailor to your mechanics. Or at least it's easier to do that, I should say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, for most of what we've played so far, it seems like the enemies were all placed in a way that sort of made sense to this game and how you fight.
Yeah,
which is good.
It generally does a good job, surprisingly. So hats off to the developer for that. Ice. I'll demonstrate ice later, because ice isn't too useful in normal enemies. I imagine it'll be more useful in the full game, as there's more enemies added. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. See, that's really satisfying. To be able to get these combos off and stuff. So I think maybe the map generation occasionally needs a bit of work because it leads to some dead ends sometimes that are a little strange. But the enemy placement I found is generally good, as you've been seeing. I've been able to get some combos off, and
I also really like how the map is generated. It's kind of like minimalist. It doesn't show you too much, but it also, you know, gives you a sense of where you are.
Yeah.
And where you can go. Kind of reminds me of Metroid in that way.
Oh yeah, you can also open the map up.
Ah, yeah. More Metroid. Good.
Yeah, so you see we missed a few rooms over there, but, you know, that's bound to happen in a generated game. Or map. As you get more combo, a louder chime goes off too. Kind of like Minna's L targeting. Ha! Reference. Like Minna's L targeting when as the wolf. The chime gets higher pitched as you go along. It's the same with these combos. It's satisfying.
Another example is the red coins in Mario. When you get all 8 red coins.
Ouch!
It goes da 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 da, and then you get the last one. There's like a little conclusion.
Oh, that's true.
Jingle.
Yeah. As you get more red coins, there's a higher chime goes off. Oh, there's no wall jumping. I like wall jumping.
Gotta have wall jumps, man.
Yeah, see, and I end up getting blue gems back for that. So in this game you have to use your elements a lot, which I kind of like because they're fun to use. And you see the map generated this ledge. You can jump to the next ledge. So it's like, whoa, smart map generation.
One thing I just thought of as a way to incorporate the element abilities more is you could have like, and this might be hard because of the whole like random map generation, but you could have environments that you need to change or destroy based on.
Oh yeah, like more environment
So
interaction.
you could have like ice blocks and things
Yeah,
you need
that's
to
it.
burn, like spider webs or something.
That's a great idea. And I'm sure maybe you could use, because this is like a wind element. Maybe there could be some more. I'm not sure what you could do with that. Maybe you could use that wind element to activate platforms.
Yeah, I think it needs more environment interaction. Yeah, and I don't know how you pull that off with random generation, but
Yeah, that's a good point.
Be a little abstract with the types of things, just like enemies. They're pretty versatile in how they just show up on the map. You could also have like entries to different parts of the map that have like require a certain element. That wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, that's true. Now, see, this is actually, I want to show. Actually, there's no door. So some of these areas don't have a door. Some do. Ah,
Kind of like
ah.
abrupt.
Yeah, it kind of is. I think that's just because this is a demo. This is just demonstrating the environment, so keep that in mind,
Yeah.
guys, who are viewers. And these things,
Do we have any?
gosh, these guys are annoying. Oh, gosh. No!
Oh man.
No! I used both of my tears that I had. Yeah, those guys are much harder to handle. And they're much harder to combo too because you have to time it. They pop up and disappear kind of deal. It's always good to have enemy variety though. And as you see as I walk across these dandelions. Whoa. Oh, so here we got a bear enemy. So he lifts up and does a ground pound. I hope I don't die. If you hit him, it does no damage. You have to wait until he's standing up and you can hit his underbelly.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is also where I can show the ice ability. So I like how you can use the ice ability on the bigger guys. The bear takes 2 hits, so what you can do is you can wait for him to lift up, freeze him, and then switch, or you can just use ice again, but you can hit him again to finish him off.
Solid.
Yeah, so I think that's a solid way of using that ice mechanic. So it's a little bit of variety in the elements that we have. Because using the ice element on normal enemies is kind of counterproductive. Because it's the same as using the regular owl, really. Yeah, don't forget guys, back them up. Do it now. Thank you. See, or you can attack twice with the ice like that. Increased launch speed, cool. See, it's even faster. It's noticeable too. I like how it's noticeable. Makes it more satisfying to get those upgrades. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, those combos. Gain additional 2 slots for Oh! I like how you have to use a slot for that.
I was right, dude.
Sweet. I like how you have to use a slot for that, so you only gain like an additional slot. Oh no, that's blue.
That's pretty cool, though.
The blue gems. I was thinking the other slots, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right. That is pretty cool. I like that. You see, if you notice, if you just do 2 ices, instead of switching to the normal like I did the first time, it counts as a combo. So I think that leaves it open to more variety, more chance to have a variety of enemies with more health. Something I wanted. Oh yeah, the bear enemy. He only has 1 attack right now. I feel like he could have another attack, maybe. You know what I mean?
Say that because earlier I was going to comment on how it felt weird how when we first ran into that enemy, there was no like battle music or like a boss music, but then I'm like, oh, well, he's not really a boss.
Yeah, he's
But
just a normal enemy.
it would be cool if like if you progress through the game, he gets stronger too and different. But you could also have other enemies in like his level of difficulty, but he could come back with like I assume he's here because of like the environment. It's like a forest or whatever.
Yeah, and kind of like a demonstration kind of deal.
Yeah, but he could use like another attack. Like he could,
Yeah, maybe the enemies can kind of like
I
advance
don't know.
with the game or something. Is that what you're getting at there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. It also kind of depends how he handles the plot and the progression of
Like
the environments and stuff like that.
yeah, especially if this is one of those games with like collectibles and there's like some replayability with worlds, then they could use that evolving enemies as a way for fun. But I don't know if they're gonna like do that with the worlds or if it's just like a linear game.
Yeah.
And that's it. Good music too.
Yeah, it's catchy. Ah! So this is the boss room. I died to this guy the first time. So it's very basic AI right now. He just kind of follows you and jumps around randomly. It does seem that like yeah, when you attack he jumps. So I kind of like how he reacts to that.
Yeah. That combo, baby.
Oh, that was cool. I like that. See, even if using ice, because using ice takes a blue gem per hit, and it felt good in getting that combo off, even though he was a tougher enemy. So having more enemies with with higher health gauges, I think could be beneficial, and I'm sure he will definitely do that.
Yeah, for sure. So that was Eagle Island. Hopefully this project fulfills its goal and be awesome to see this game become a reality and subject to a release in 2018 if they reach that goal. So
Definitely. Support on Kickstarter or else I'll